Hold your head up, it's Kasisa speaking.
It's a beautiful sunny day here at Tekwini. Sanbonani Ninjani. Welcome to the 100% Talk Show, the show that gives you 100% talk because you are 100% real people. My name, as always, is Tembeka Vilani. Thank you so much for joining us from Tekwini to Newcastle to wherever you are here in KZN. We are going to have an amazing day today. As always, I have an amazing guest. He's absolutely awesome. But before we go any further, there are a couple of people that made this day what it is. So first up, I would love to thank Udu Confidence Designs. They are available at shop number 3 at Village Walk at Ushaga Marine. I would love to give a huge shout out to Ismodeni Creations for these amazing jewelry pieces, and it really does just complete my outfit. I would love to thank Amped Tech, because without them our sound is not coming through to you, you're not coming through to us. If ingekho is sound. I'd love to give a huge shout out to the lady who made me look as better as I do right now. Her name is Utalent Mzobe. Please do find her on our social media platforms. I'd love to give a huge shout out to Artistic Soul Agency. I would love to give a huge shout out to the place that has hosted us so beautifully, the Kofi Albert Lutuli International Convention Center. We're so grateful to them. A very huge shout out to them. Now, without further ado, as I've said, I have an amazing guest today. Now, this guy, I've actually known him for a little bit. You probably know him, and you probably know him as Beast, right? That is correct. We've got hip-hop sensation Beast in the house today. We're going to sit down with him, we're going to chat with him, and really find out a little bit more about him. So without wasting any time, Beast, everybody! So Beast, good morning, Unjan. Finally, I have you on my seat. Yes, yes. You know, it's just the word on the street. I'm happy with the word on the street because the word on the street is just Beast, 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 Beast. Yeah. You know, do you know that? Do you know actually how much impact and influence you have in Durban?
Like people tell me.
Okay, yes. But you haven't experienced it personally?
No, I do. I do quite a lot, but I try by all means not to let it get to my head.
Right. But let's delve into you, Beast. Take us a little bit back, right? Yeah. To Umalusi Ndlovu.
Umalusi Ndlovu wazalwa a polyclinic.
Okay.
Yeah. From there, went straight home, F to stay in Okoko. Umagcina gogo mina ngumagcina kuma.
Oh, okay.
So when umagcina kamagcina. So
okay.
The relationship was very, very strong. Parts come no gogo. And fortunately for me, ekhaba kwazi ukungifundisa ekoleni right. And even more fortunately for me, ugogo wayengayithandisisi kahle leyo ndaba. So wayengibeka la angifundise iphepha lesiZulu, which is why you'll hear ama lyrics ami sometimes isiZulu ngiyajula. Yeah, and uDadewethu Manu was into hip hop, R&B, soul music. So she indirectly introduced me. I remember all the time, every morning, masikunuka amaqanda no baked beans. Kudlali, it's our anniversary. So I was introduced, and then my father liked Keith Murray, which brought me closer to rap. And then one day, I remember this day very specifically, Saslalele, a commercial radio station, Just Ice again, and he was playing a song by Dead Prez called It's Bigger Than Hip Hop. So at that time, I just realized it's actually, I love this. You know the outro spaces in a song? So when it plays, like rhymes will come rushing in my head. Okay. So I'd pin them. By the time we got to high school, I started attending ciphers where it's a group of rappers and you're just going head to head. And ngaqala recognition. And a very close friend of mine, PK, was noticing this. I said, why don't you just release a song? I'm chatting, that's PK, mina nawe sama IT technician. So what he did is, he started saving money and he went to pay for a recording studio. And he actually paid for me to record 16 songs. I ended up doing that. Okay. Which is how I got introduced to the industry. We recorded a 16-track mixtape. And when we came out with that mixtape, it won 4 awards. It was the Best Newcomer, Song of the Year, Video of the Year, and Best Mixtape. And what award ceremony was this? The Original Material Awards. Okay. Yeah. But now tell us about your name now. So how do you go from Umalusi Ndlovu? Yes. During the cypher era, they'd call me the lyrical beast. But then when I realized I wanted to go further into the profession, I dropped the lyrical.
And so you decide which you're going to sort of pursue hip hop, right? Your family in general, especially your parents, right?
Yeah.
How did they sort of take this kind of career choice?
Well, they've always been supportive.
Okay.
My mother, as a pastor, obviously,
Right. Yeah.
some
Yes.
some music it doesn't appeal to her, but she still supports me nonetheless. Actually, my mixtape, I made a clean version of the whole mixtape.
Really?
Just
so
two
that she can,
copies for my mom and dad. But then my dad just came home playing the vulgar one.
And Epala, you spoke a little bit about Ama lyrics before, right? So you like predominantly rapping in isiZulu, right? So what is it about that?
Because the bigger picture is to be an international act. So researching and studying the industry, I noticed that Pesha, they're not looking for someone that sounds like the next guy.
Right, awesome. Yes,
so whenever I go abroad, ngifuna ukufika ne-element abanganayo. When we made Pampa Phezulu Kunja, it was a 3-minute process. Came to studio.
Yeah.
So we were thinking of doing a Gqom song with you, and I've never tapped into Gqom.
Yes,
so I said, okay, let's play the beat. They played the beats, and halfway through the beats, I already had the song. But then you'll also find songs like Hello, which we've been working on since August.
So we know the record label that you're with right now, but were you with another one previously before that?
Yes.
Yeah.
My album, Take a Minute, it featured the likes of the late Swisongwane, Zawe, Skywanda, just to name a few. The deal was for me to deliver the product and for them to market. But the marketing didn't happen. The videos weren't shot. The playlisting wasn't done. So then I jumped ship. And then my album got pulled off the shelves, which then sent me close to depression.
I like talking about depression, right? Especially these days, you know, because it's such a pertinent issue and it's so prominent. And I love to hear how people can go into depression and then come out. So tell us about that. What was your journey like?
It was tough. It was tough because first it kills you as a musician.
Yeah.
And then it kills you as a person. Because now you left your whole life for this thing, and then a stranger can just walk in and crush it all. Njengabantu abamnyama izinto enjengo-depression asinayo.
Yini leyo? Ayibo.
Yabo, so but masikushaya uyazi there's an emptiness. Yabo. So I dropped Aware as a single, and I dropped Coast to Coast over 2 years. But those songs kept me running, and people weren't really aware that I haven't dropped and that my album is no longer available.
Do you think maybe that was a little bit of your saving grace even?
I think it was. Because the love kept me afloat. And then Coast to Coast was a bit bigger. So then I shot a video. And then I realized, no man, actually, it's time.
I got this.
So in September of 2016, I wrote a Facebook status saying, 16th January, I'm dropping a project.
Okay.
And I didn't have any news. So,
man of faith, yes.
So September, October, November, I was still trying to plot.
Yeah.
And then I realized it's a good December.
Right. So like there's no time.
But I didn't have bookings. So I had time. So I called Lasty, can you help me with this project? So like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So over the month of December, we recorded my project Rock Bottom. And it was titled Rock Bottom because of my situation.
Sure.
And Rock Bottom was a huge success.
Right.
And that was my bounce back.
I think you are, I don't know, lucky just for lack of a better word, that you had the music, right? But what would be the generic thing that you would tell someone who doesn't have a music career? What would be the first step when you think angayenza just to lift themselves out of that?
Talk to people. Talk to people. Ngoba isikhathi esiningi into ekudla kakhulu kuba wedwa.
I see.
And because now you have questions and you have answers. Then you get advice and you could even get more than advice. You can get assistance.
So first step of depression, everyone, just speak to someone.
Speak about it. Yeah.
Open your mouth, open up and speak to someone. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for sharing about that, you know. Yeah. Okay, so you said you weren't really exposed to Gqom when you and Uspe and Naves did Ilated Papa Pesgo Lokosh.
Yeah.
But I remember a time when you just Gibela Pesgo Gqom track,
yeah,
and you spit a couple of rhymes. Was that not before Papa Pesgo Lokosh?
It was 1 week before.
Before that, you've never really
triggered Bamba. So DJ C Live had a song called Kologoko. The song didn't do as well as they hoped. So C Live sends me the beats and asks me for a remix. So I'm stuck with this beat. Mchele PK again. PK fits.
How you go PK?
I think I want to do something strange. I want to rap on a Gqom. So he pulls out his phone and is like, alright, go for it. I'm rolling. And then I rapped, and then I posted it, and it trended. So my trend, I was Pay asked me to WhatsApp it to him, and next thing, Pay throws it in a DJ WhatsApp group, and then DJ Tira posts it, and then now it's viral.
Now it went viral.
Hectic.
It goes out of bounds.
And then Uspe gives me the call, like maybe we should try something. Let's try work on a Gqom song. A week later, we were in studio recording Bamba. I didn't know anything about Gqom. I asked that we get someone like Tipsy to do a chorus. And I'll just lace a verse. Right. So I got to studio first and I laced the verse. But my verse started with Pampa Pesguelo Kunch.
Oh, okay.
And then Tira was like,
that's our chorus.
Right there. Cut. That's the chorus. And that's and the next thing, I'm working with Tipsy on her album. Next thing, I'm working with Jadla on her album.
You know,
on his album. Tira was like, maybe you should stick to Gqom because it's working better than hip hop.
Okay.
But he didn't know I had Hello.
And so you've spoken about Hello. I actually wanted to go there, but right?
Yeah.
So what is the thing? What is the premise of that song? What is that song based on?
Like when you come up in hip hop, especially when you're a threat to a lot of people will take shots at you. I mean, I've actually been dissed a lot of times, but nobody knows because I never respond. So it was just a message to those type of people that used to be like, he's overrated. Not really that good. He sounds the same on every song.
But hello.
His flows don't change. And luckily for me, I did it with Java, who I know is also a late bloomer.
And working with Java, how was that?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's a massive mega star.
Right.
International award winning. You'd assume it's but it's actually pure bliss to
That's wonderful.
Actually, planning on working on more music together.
You know, I'm so proud of what is happening in KZN. You know,
and speaking of that, sorry.
Yes, sure.
Actually, he's very driven by KZN. Like all his ideas and visions are always based on it's a beast. Now we're holding a certain position. How can we bring others up?
And KZN is a melting point, a multiplicity, a plethora of talent, you know? And I think what another big point is that I think we need to start knowing and celebrating our own talent. Yes. Yeah. I know you still have a very long, you know, and lustrous and an extremely amazing career in front of you. But so far, if you were to think back into a repertoire, that's what it is. So with the repertoire that you have now, which do you think is your best song so far?
Based on reception, I'd say I'm So Ghetto.
I'm So Ghetto. Yes.
I know Hello is also well on its way, and also Itamba featuring Sfisonga. It's weird actually how it happened. Even Umam Tutuko had it as her jingle for like
really?
4 years. You know, a lot of gospel music channels also played it for years.
Forever. Yeah. Also, but a verse from that. I was in the car with the verse. Come on.
Ikinga zakho zizodlula uzungasabi bamba isandla sami khuleka ungawari noma ngabe uhlupheke kangakanani ngisho kuthiwa kuyanyukela still impilo izoqhubeka azikuzovukeka noma ngabe ungakhubeka khona umnyango ozovuleka noma uzuvula.
So what is in your future plans?
Like my main aim is to really take it abroad. but I'm still trying to find a sound that I can really take abroad and present. The people abroad want to hear African stories over African beats.
Yeah. And in terms of Durban, are you ever going to leave our beautiful city?
Well, if business takes me away, then I would. But I've had the opportunity many times and turned it down.
Why?
Because I feel like it can be done from here. 1, 2, it also hurts us every time an artist leaves. Because if you represent from here, then you can bring someone from the outside to shoot a video one mash. Take someone
But what do you think is missing in Durban that is really going to help build an industry, or whatever industry, especially in the creative sense? Lan?
I'd say the first step is for the people in power. And when I say power, I'm not talking only politically. There are people with financial power, key role players that don't fund creative arts as a whole, not just music. So in turn, the big companies, the media outlets, don't bring offices to Durban or KZN.
No, there is a lot of work that needs to be done, and thank goodness for guys like you that are actually doing the work, and we've seen you in Durban for like the whole of your career so far, and we hope to see you a little bit more. So where can people find you?
Okay, social media, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. It's @beast_RSA. That's @beast_RSA. Facebook, it's beast_RSA.
Okay.
For bookings, it's events@afrotainment.co.za.
So thank you so very much, Butwami. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you, eThekwini, for joining us. This has been the 100% Talk Show, where we always give you 100% talk for 100% real people. Beast has been our guest today. It has been absolutely amazing to have him. Please do follow us on all our social media platforms. Here they are. Here is the information right here on all of our social media platforms. Get in touch with us. Tell us, speak to us. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know who you want to see. And let us know how we can facilitate 100% talk for you, Durban, because you are our 100% city. My name, as always, is Thembeka Vilani. I love you so much, but remember, God loves you more. Mwah!